All right. All right. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Can y'all hear me? Am I in stereo or mono? I know you can't see me yet. I'm trying to make sure my shit works. Welcome in. Welcome in. Here, now you can see me. Maybe? Fuck. Fuck. How about now? How can you hear me? Oh shit, we forgot the hat. Oh, we have so much stuff all over the place. Hello, 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 hello. There we go. Can you see me? And hear me? Hear you now, can see me, maybe. Is that a sentence, Adagio? Am I in stereo? Oh, you can't see my flare though, or my can't read my shit. Am I gonna have to be like on my knees for this presentation? Does this work? Oh shit, you can see my nipples. Oh boy. All right, well this is not the best way to start this off, but we're doing some tech testing because the platform we're using I've not done after switching from my laptop. I set everything up on my laptop the last time we were streaming. And this time we're going to be transitioning from my laptop. Well, in the next hour, in the next 52 minutes, we're going to transition from my laptop to my desktop. So I want to make sure everything looks good on both. But I'm in stereo. You can see and hear me. Yes, yes. Can't see the kitty yet. We'll find the kitty, I promise. All right, well, as long as y'all can hear me, let's jump straight into this shit. Because I'm going to try something even more wild than last time. We are going to move the webcam all the way to the kitchen, which we have not tested before. But we're going to recook some of the stuff that we were playing with last time. So as long as people can see and hear me, and everything looks good, we'll do it live. All right. Y'all can see me. I won't disconnect anything. We'll just take this show on the road. Woo! Almost dropped it. That would be bad. It's a little bit of a wonky angle. Can I fix that? How about that? How about now? Ooh, that looks better. Even better. Better, closer, warmer. How about now? I wanted you to be able to see the fucking oven though. And yes, I am speaking with a little bit more of an accent because that is the character we're going to be playing. We are no longer Justin or regular Jay Vicarian. We are Farmer Jay, which is what we're going to be playing tonight. Okay, that looks pretty damn good. I don't necessarily need the couch cam. How do I do this? Can I do this? Fuck yeah, I can. Here. Oh shit. Well, that's still not going to work if I don't. Okay. Let me test something. Farmer Jedediah. No, Farmer Jay Vicarian. God damn it, Adagio. I love being able to walk around my place and talk, though. It's super fucking nice. Like, I'm not even in the same room. I'm super far away. Here, you know what? Let's fuck this all up. Let's do something wild, wacky, and crazy. Let's make this full screen. Can I just do this? Can I just, like, grab this? Fuck yeah, I can. Okay. So if this seems a little hectic, it's because I flew in from another state at like 7 o'clock this morning and was planning to have all day to work on some of this stuff, but instead spent the last 3 days completely out of my element, out of my normal state. Boom. Look at that. Can you see this happening in real time? I think you can. All right, I think that covers the whole page, and that'll be perfect in case the cat does jump back up. But what that does mean is I'll need to move. Well, can that reach? Maybe that can reach. Let's test this. We're doing it live. My neighbors are setting off fireworks. But yeah, traveling out of state went well. Flying back at like 5:30 in the morning or getting up at like 4 something in the morning to fly back, be at the airport before 6 was definitely not on my fucking agenda for the day. But we'll make it happen. And I am very excited that in an hour we're going to be joining a streamer I like very much. Will this work? Can you see this? Will I have to hold that camera though? Oh, that will work, but okay. How do I do this without fucking shit up? This also isn't necessarily a requirement. I just want to be able to reference this video. Here we go. This is perfect. We've got cables all over our fucking house now, but this is great. All right, you can see. Hell yeah. Everybody knows what's going on? Yes, it's moving. My neighbor's doing the fireworks thing too, and it's midnight here. About to march down and yell at them. Neat. Doesn't need more extension cords. I already have the extension cord. We're here. Well, I'm not going to mess with showing all that off. Okay, you can see my cutting board, cutting table, all the ingredients and stuff we're messing with here. Everything's looking pretty good. This camera maybe is needs to be cleaned a little bit. Fuck. Looks a little cloudy. All right, well, we have less than 45 minutes. Ooh, much better. Much, much better. Oh, you can't see the other kitchen camera. That's the downside. Fuck. How do I make that show up? Oh, I see. Ooh, we're just testing one thing. I want to see if I can add a third camera to this. Ooh, that looks broken as hell. Broken as hell. I'm breaking shit, y'all. Okay, that looks good. Oh no, but now we're behind. Fuck. I promise we're figuring it out. All right, so this is going to cover up the other kitchen cam, but all I need to then do is move this down below it. Boom! It's a little bit offset still. Hell yeah. All right. There might be a little bit of delay between those, but we now have it all working. Hello, Sauce! How is the retreat going? I'd say I'm sorry that I'm not doing this with you, but that is your fault, not mine. So, I'm not sorry about that. Also, I should have started this earlier, but what we're going to be doing today, what our plan is for the day, in fact, I could probably even update moving this. Yeah, let's do this. Then you can see it all from a good perspective. Let's put shark on the fridge. Okay, let's put this like this. Can I do this? Will this work? I know you don't need two of the same angle. But until we need to put it back up on top, maybe I can do it like this. Yeah, let's do that. All right, what we're going to be making today are some prot balls. Be doing some fun stuff. Making what I'd call a very, very complicated recipe, but a very easy to make for bacon wrapped pineapple ginger wasabi habanero chocolate protein oat balls. So we're going to start here. Actually, does that actually work? Or do you now see two of the same angle? You do see kind of two of the same angle, but fuck it, that's fine. Boom. We'll just move some of that shit out of the way. So first, we're going to start with the not spicy stuff, since I made the mistake of chopping up some spicy stuff earlier and then touching my face, and my face turned all red as shit. We gave you chances. No, technically you told me it was okay to do it with you, and then you reneged on that offer. I don't know what other chances I missed out on. I haven't sent you my flight times, my friend. But no hard feelings. Instead of doing all this earlier, I'm cutting it very close to the wire and took a long nap today. But I don't know what chances I missed out on other than the ones that involved flying to a new state for potentially a new job and engaging in a new stream, which involves creating content, which I was told I was not allowed to create. But if I missed out on something else, let me know, because I am usually a person who likes to make sure I'm not missing out on potential opportunities. But to make these, what we're doing is combining a very simple recipe, which normally just involves protein powder, oatmeal, peanut butter, honey, or agave syrup if you want to be vegan about it, and adding to that a few other ingredients like wasabi, ginger, and habanero peppers. So what we're doing right now is just shaving off the ginger. And we also then need to dice the bacon so we can have some bacon pre-cooked and pre-diced, ready to include in these balls, and others that we can use to wrap the balls. So we'll set our bacon aside here, clean off our cutting board. I do also like the collective we in that statement and do appreciate the offer. Well, I don't appreciate when offers are rescinded, but do appreciate the original offer. But I totally understand sticking by your guns. Makes complete sense. All right, so we've got our pepper started. We've got our ginger shredded. Let's pull out some bacon for wrapping. We're going to make approximately 6 balls, so let's take at least 2 pieces of bacon per ball. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. I made a little bit of a mess there. 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh shit, I missed by 1. Good thing we recounted, y'all. All right, so those are our wrapping bacon. Let's dice this other bacon into tiny little pieces. Now for that, we're probably going to want to use a real chef's knife rather than this tiny little knife. But I do appreciate y'all joining in. I guess technically joining in for content is functionally similar as watching the content being created in real time. So appreciate y'all nonetheless. All right. This is giving me trying to count the change drawer at work, and someone interrupts me. You know what? I worked retail for over 8 years of my life. Gave me invaluable skills, including customer service, knowing when to just shut my fucking mouth and knowing when to tell people when to fuck off. But also knowing when not to put up with people's bullshit, especially if the things that they're saying are not true or if they try to change their tune. I think that is worthy of calling people out for, especially if they're going all full Karen on you, timing you out, or banning you, or trying to make insinuations which are not true. That is where retail really provides a true life service. Okay, so what we're going to do while we dice up the rest of this and start combining our ingredients is take this. I'd probably dice this a little bit finer if I wasn't live. You don't want us to support you? What? Did I say that? Our word? What the fuck? Are words being put into my mouth right now, chat? I enjoyed the 4.5-hour nap I took today. Very much. All right, so what we're doing now, we're putting all this bacon into a pan. We're going to move the camera after I wash my hands back to the oven. But there are ways to support people in the same way, especially if you're watching them live in person, is all I was saying, since about a week ago when I found out about these opportunities, I was going to be doing pretty much exactly what I'm doing right now in person with you, which is a slightly different form of support. I also, to those who are asking or curious about how this endeavor all went down, I only learned about this as well as my out-of-state travels exactly a week ago. So it's not like this is stuff that I've been harboring within me and not talking to people about. In fact, I was very excited to not be doing any of this before I knew it even started. Okay, washed our hands. I'm sorry if that's loud as shit. But I do appreciate all the support. Hope anything I'm saying doesn't sound like I'm unappreciative. We need to move this camera. Make sure it adjusts. Boom. Readjust camera. Boom. Flipped around. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, I'd be lying if I said that for me it wouldn't have been significantly easier to land and be doing all of this in a singular place. And also to have spent the day potentially hanging out with people in a way that they didn't feel like they needed to support me. But I am also perfectly okay doing this shit at home. Boom! We also adjusted our mounts from the last time, from our practice run, such that we did not need to worry about leveling or position. So what we're doing now, oh shit. We have exactly 34 minutes, y'all. Can we do it? Can we make this entire meal in 40 minutes or less? But I'm happy with how it all turned out. I think this is a pretty simple meal to make. Would have taken, should be taken, if I can do this all correctly, less than an hour to make. I think my presentation, which is coming up in about an hour and a half, or hour and 40 minutes, should only take about 15 to 20 minutes. So that is only an hour and 20 minutes at max of content, which might not sound like a lot, but did require a lot of prep, which is why we also, on our last stream, did a test run of all this. And especially did a test run of all this with the system I'm using now. So just to show this off again here, outside of what I'm cutting, we are completely wireless. We are using a laptop with a wireless microphone. So I have fully tested and proven my ability to do this fully wirelessly, which means I can do these kinds of streams anywhere on the go, in any state, in any place, as long as they have internet access. And that is why being prepared is important, y'all. Okay, so we've got our spicy part started first here. Doing this before the ginger, because I want to set this aside so that we're not constantly touching it or touching our face, which is the problem we made earlier. But we want the habanero to be as finely diced as possible. We're just going to keep dicing this while that bacon starts sizzling. Then we're going to combine all of our dry ingredients, which is a fairly simple process. Yeah, for those who are curious, I did get up at 5:30 o'clock this morning. And instead of driving for a couple of hours, spent 4.5 hours taking a nap, which was nice. So I'm not complaining. Today was a good day. I would have preferred not to have woken up that fucking early. But I also had a blast during my travels. Okay, so next, we've got our ginger, and this is 2 different kinds of ginger, which you can probably see here. We've got a little bit of dark, a little bit of light. One from Whole Foods, the other from Daiso. Well, actually, technically Tokyo Central. We're going to do the same thing as with the habanero. Dice that as finely as possible, since we want it to be as evenly distributed as we can. Uh-oh, we dropped a tiny piece. But our plan for today is to get this going such that we can pull the items out of the oven here in approximately 30 minutes, which means I need to get them into the oven in 15 minutes, such that we can raid the Huckle folk, the Huckleberry, by the time they start their stream, and then we go live on their stream about an hour into it. So as long as I have this all done during that hour while we are not streaming, I'm going to be adding photos from this event and maybe even some video, since I'm also capturing this on my desktop as well as recording it in real time on my laptop, and then putting that into our presentation. My real goal, if I hadn't traveled out of state, would have been to have done this yesterday or even the day before. But you know what? When you fly on Tuesday, spend all day Wednesday. I spent yesterday 8.5 hours yesterday with other folk, and then getting up at 4:45 this morning to fly back out. I wouldn't consider this procrastination. I would consider this actually pretty fairly decent technical execution given the time available to us. But if anyone has any questions, feel free to post them in chat. I did do a preparatory run of this 3 days ago. All right, that looks pretty mashed. All of our big chunks are now tiny. And this doesn't need to get super, super crispy. In fact, we don't want it to get overcooked because we're going to be including this in our balls and then baking those balls. So we want to make sure we don't overcook the bacon. So as soon as this starts getting a little golden brown, we're going to turn the temperature down. And then we'll pour this along with the fat back into our recipe. But first we want to make sure we get those dry ingredients included, since this recipe, as I mentioned, includes not just bacon, which is entirely optional, but more so oatmeal, peanut butter, habanero, wasabi, ginger, and protein powder. Now, I normally every single morning eat just oatmeal with peanut butter, protein powder, a little bit of salt, and some agave syrup. So we're going to be including all those recipes into something that we can easily bake. Oh, hello, Jackson! Everybody say hello to the kitty cat. Hello, kitty cat. You smell bacon? Meow. Getting some love. He was also very friendly when I got home today. Say hello to everyone. You want to say hello? No? Just going to purr lightly? All right, all right, all right. Let's take another cutting board, separate out this bacon, have it ready to wrap. The dry ingredients take very little time to include, to mix up. That is something, given that I eat this pretty much every single day, I am extremely confident I can do it in less than 15 minutes here. I also do not know how loud that water is. I did rewatch my last stream and it didn't sound too bad, but if this mic is peaking, definitely let me know. I will not be wearing this for the Huckleberry stream, but I want to make sure I don't sound, you know, too shitty for y'all. Okay, okay, okay. So here are the core ingredients for this recipe. Can you still see that with this bowl or with this camera? Can I do this instead? How about that? Does that work? Fuck, I don't know. Does that show the bowl? Fuck, it doesn't. How about that? Does that show the bowl? Hell yeah, it does. All right, so we've got our Kirkland rolled. Oh, whoops, that is gonna interfere right there. Kirkland rolled oats, which is the first thing we're gonna start with here. Daggio says, "Hello, Mr. Jackson. It is he. He is a man of few words. Does this make my bowl look big? My bowl is fucking huge, y'all. We're about to make huge balls with my huge bowl. I guess I could mix all this up here. All right, this is starting to get a little bit golden, so I think I'm actually going to turn this down and let this just continue to cook in the heated oil. We've already started sizzling. Break up a little bit of that browning too. What do I do with my handle? Cast iron's getting hot. Okay. So yeah, here, we can actually leave this here. This may be a better way to do it. Bowl. Where we're going to mix things up. So we're going to use a full cup of oats, but since the majority of these other items only take a half cup, I'm using a half cup measuring cup, and we are just going to double that. I know the math is hard. I know some people don't know how to double things, but half times 2 equals 1. So there is 1 cup of oats from our massive bag of Kirkland oats. Shout out Costco. Shout out oats. We are then going to take our other dry ingredients from here and throw those right in with our oats immediately. And then we are going to take a half cup of peanut butter. So I showed this off before, but since we've got this right here, you want your peanut butter to be so creamy that you can just pour it out. So I don't know how well you can see that on this camera, but we are just pouring the peanut butter out. The ingredients for this peanut butter are peanuts and fucking salt. No other bullshit. No fucking corn oil, partially hydrogenated nonsense. No shenanigans. No extra sugar. No fucking anything besides peanuts and oil. So we want that to get completely empty here. I'm also not going to lie, we cheated a little bit and made sure that we had the exact amount in here, so I might need to get our little spatula. Where's our tiny little spatula at? Shit. I'm going to need that anyways. Get all these tiny remnants. Boom, look at that. Beautiful. Spatulas are a lifesaver. Yeah, chat, y'all have any questions as I go about this? I know some of y'all might have seen the prep run for this. There we go. There's the last bit right there. So it's important to mix the dry ingredients first, besides the protein powder, which is what I'm going to have to actually change up in my presentation, because I previously just mixed everything or separated everything by wet versus dry, the same way I do when I make the oatmeal. But when you're baking it, it's important, I think, to include the powder last. Oops. Got some water on my glasses. Unfortunately, he lacks the opposable thumbs to use it. Spatula is not Jackson sized. It is real person sized. We do have some tinier spatulas even than that. Okay, so our bacon is good. We've got oil there. So the only other ingredients we have are the wasabi, which is very important because you really only want a tablespoon of wasabi, which is a lot. It will make this even spicier. And then we also want a tad bit of water, just to make sure that this consistency stays good. So I'm going to pour out a little bit of wasabi. We'll get a tiny bit of water. We'll add our bacon and then start mixing this up. Another important factor I mentioned last time is making sure you clean as you go. This is also very helpful and useful if you're doing so at a home that is not your own. Thankfully, this is my home, so I'm not too worried about getting messy. But what you want is for this to start getting thick enough to ball up into little tiny balls that you can wrap with bacon, but you want it to be liquid enough to where all of the ingredients are combining pretty well. So you want a well-mixed combination, but malleable enough to form into balls. If it looks too dry, you can always add a little bit more water or even more peanut butter, especially if you're using real peanut butter. This is looking pretty damn good. The oil from the bacon helps a little bit, so if you're using a vegan mix that doesn't include bacon, you can always just use more water, or some people even like milk or milk byproducts. Again, for the vegans, you can use oat milk, you can use almond milk, use all kinds of stuff, kind of like making oatmeal cookies. We're basically using kind of an adapted oatmeal cookie recipe that we are then going to be wrapping in bacon. But you can bake the balls without the bacon and make oatmeal balls instead of oatmeal cookies. So once it looks kind of like this, you can immediately start to form your balls, but the best thing to do is actually to refrigerate this. Well, fuck, we forgot to add our protein powder. I'm an idiot. This is actually one of the most important ingredients. And for this, I have a preset measuring cup here, but you want to add a half cup of protein powder. And make sure that gets mixed in thoroughly as well. And if you're comparing this to like a cookie recipe, the protein powder essentially functions like a flour, especially since what we're using is a gluten-free protein powder. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Already starting to look dough-like. See how well it's clumping up already? We could already start to make our balls right from here. But the best thing to do with this is actually to take it and refrigerate it for about 30 minutes. And since I don't have another 30 minutes before the stream that we're going to be raiding is going to start. Whoops, we dumped a little bit out of here. We're going to pull a little bit of a Martha Stewart. And get some of this mix that has been refrigerated for about 30 minutes right out of the fridge. I will be adding what I just made back to the fridge, but you can already see here how everything starts to congeal a little bit more, gets a little bit harder, a little bit easier to form into balls. I don't know how loud that is either. Tell me if I'm just peeking everywhere. Put a little bit of market to it. Insider trading. No, unfortunately, I don't have those powers. We haven't become powerful enough, although I did see when I was flying that there is now an ETF that has been approved that tracks congressperson trading. So if anyone wants to invest in the same exact things that our congress people are investing in, you can now do that through an ETF that literally just tracks the trades that congress people are making. So I think that's pretty good. It's a good start. It'd be nice if we could just restrict their ability to do insider trading altogether, as well as make sure that their finances and shit that like them and other Supreme Court justices isn't like completely fucking corrupt. But that is a whole other topic for another day. We're trying to remain positive tonight. This is also one of only, I think, like 3 streams that we did not start out with NPR on. Oh, here's our cookie. So you can use a little cookie scooper. Make sure you're getting even balls. Can you still see the top here? Am I still on the right fucking screen? Yeah, I am. Hooray! So we're just gonna make sure this is full. Poop these little balls out. And although they may not look as delectable right now, I promise you, y'all, these are going to turn into some of the tastiest fucking things you could ever experience in your life. And again, they are highly customizable. You don't like beef, you don't like bacon, you don't like meat, you don't like anything that's not a natural plant product, I got you. Just don't include the bacon. Had somebody in my chat last time say like, well, I don't like habaneros. Those are spicy. Don't fucking use them. Don't include the habaneros. Get something else. I'm not telling you gotta use this shit. I'm telling you that I like habaneros. I like spicy shit. So that's why we're making this kind of stuff. Okay. I'm just going to use my fingers because I don't give a flying fuck at this point. Plus, anybody who doesn't feel comfortable enough using their fingers baking shouldn't be fucking baking. You can't use your fingers here, but you can already see here, compared to last time, which was very messy, the benefits of refrigerating this product first. So we're going to make sure we get nice little ball formations. And we're going to roll each of these balls in 2 strips of bacon. So we've got 1 there. And before I add my toothpicks, we're going to do number 2. And a toothpick right through the center. Same thing here. Wrap this around. Number 1. Number 2. But it is a significantly less messy recipe if you do not use the bacon. I would not say I'd be washing my hands as frequently if I weren't doing so, but who doesn't love bacon? It is fucking delectable. And turns a regular protein-packed, healthy oat ball, especially with stuff like this. Like this is a low sodium bacon from the Costco's. Shout out Costco, shout out Kirkland. Into something that is just way more enhanced. And we're only adding about 20 calories per strip here. And not that expensive either. I understand that there are maybe weird religious reasons that some people don't like bacon. But outside of that, unless you have like an allergy, I would not resist making your food taste as good as humanly possible. Boom. 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 We're cutting it right down to the wire now. Well, actually, just make one big ball, because I don't think I have enough space for 7. Make a massive ball, just for comparison's sake. Plus, I only counted out 12 strips of bacon. Twice, actually. So I should have known better myself when I was scooping. Okay. Look at that. That is beautiful. If I've ever seen a set of balls look better. This also might be a little loud. In fact, I might try to mute this. We're just rinsing out our Pyrex so we can add what we didn't pre-Martha Stewart to the fridge. Which means I need to run the garbage disposal for a tiny second here. Can I mute myself? I don't know if I can mute myself on the fly. Maybe? Let's try it. Is this loud? How loud is that? Hopefully not deafeningly. Didn't sound too loud on my end. Okay, all done. Another round of soap, since we were touching raw bacon. Should have also preheated the oven while we were getting all those ingredients wrapped up and mixed. We did do that last time. I just failed this time, so rip me, rip Justin, rip Jay Vicarian. But we're going to bake these at 375 for about 15 minutes, which means pulling these out right as the Huckle stream starts is going to be cutting it very close. So close. Sorry if that was loud too. Hello, Sneakers. I'm sorry for not saying hello to you earlier. It is going to be epic. This is delicious. We did a test run earlier this week before I flew out. Also, we never got another response from Sauce after he asked if I don't know where that came from either. You don't want us to support you? What kind of fucking emo shit is that? Ain't nobody got time for that. Some of us are getting well by doing more than nothing. Also, while I'm doing this, let's just give you what you really want to see. Cat Cam! There is the he, the other J, the mini me, the one who deserves all of the attention, all of the love. I'm hoping he will be in a seated position when I join on for the Huckle stream with our Huckle buddies. But we shall see. He is sniffing the camera. Or for anybody who's been in my Discord, you probably saw him being extremely loving today. He is not usually the most loving kitty cat. So it was very nice to get to see him doing full body rubs, purring so loud, rubbing up against us, being the cutest little kitty that ever existed. Okay, and what we're doing right now is just cleaning as we go. Anybody who says they don't like cooking because they don't like cleaning, I promise you, if you do dishes as you cook, the cleaning actually becomes significantly less burdensome. Whoop! We dropped a couple toothpicks though. Okay. We're going to set a timer for 15 minutes. Throw this shit in the oven. Clean up these last few dishes. And then I think we're going to have some beautiful things that we can take some photos of and include in our presentation to present less than 2 hours from now, y'all. I totally understand for those, especially on the East Coast or who are out partying and doing nonsense and stuff. You do not need to join in for the Nurse Huckleberry stream, but I highly, highly encourage it. I've also not done a very good job of promoting it on my own social media outside of retweeting the stuff that Nurse themselves has shared. But if anybody does want to join in, for that stream. It is Nurse Huckleberry at Twitch. I will not be live myself during that stream. We're going to raid them as soon as we get this stuff out of the oven and can go live. But I do appreciate anybody who is willing to support. We're back to the earlier question we had. I don't know anybody who would ever say no to a question like, do you not want us to support you? But the answer to that is a definitive yes, if you are able. I don't want anybody to have to go out of their way to do so, but I am very appreciative of any support that is given at any and all times. Especially on days like today, where despite my nap, I've already been awake for a very, very long time. Come on, oven. Can you see my brow is sweat too? Oh no, the kitty has left us. Bye, kitty. Yep, he's gone. He's gone. All right, our oven is almost there. I think you also still have a lot of music in the background. Can you hear me over the music? Or is the music even still going? Did I pause the music? All right, let's play some music while I do some dishes. Still hear me? Hi, Jackson. Did he leave again? He did leave again. That's okay. He's right here. The only other thing we have left to do, or here, I can just show this off since we're about to finish on this side. Look at that, y'all. We got a mostly clean sink. A little bit of peanut butter in there. That is all that's left. So cleaning as you go is a very viable method to making cooking significantly less stressful. Anybody who says they don't like cooking because they don't like cleaning, just clean as you cook, y'all. We still have another 12 minutes on our clock till we're pulling stuff out of the oven. But even at 15 minutes, we got most of this cleaning done in about 3 minutes. Just don't put it off. It's easy to procrastinate. Trust me. I fucking know. Right there with you. Look at that. And cook with cast iron. As we talked about in one of our previous streams, I love cast iron not only because it's so beautiful and long lasting, scratch resistant, but it's also insanely easy. Okay. Look at that, we did it. This not only took less than 30 minutes to prepare, it took less than an hour from end to end to get going. Where the fuck did that come from? We got a tiny little piece of something. Oh, it popped off. Well, and as much as I would love to show, actually, let's heat this up. You don't ever want to leave your cast iron hot and wet. Burn off that wetness real quick here. Those are already looking good. Any other questions before we get ready to braid out? Also, I didn't show this off. I showed the shark on the fridge. We also have our I'm a Little Pusscat and Shark on the Chef. We also have another little Pusscat right here. And our shark on the fridge. Shout out Nurse Huckleberry. I can do. Oh, yeah, Jackson's back in here now. He's all over the place today. Man. All right, we just got the notification. Raid here soon. Let's see if I can do this from mobile as well. I did want to get the final product on stream. but I don't want to delay too much because I believe they are starting right on time, right at about 10:10, and I think I am going live at 11:10. So I don't want to cut it too close since I need to use some photos of this in order to update our stream. Hello, Lissa! Hi, Jackson. Bye, Jackson. Yeah, he is just I think he really does, like, notice when the camera's in front of him and just, like, says, fuck that. Dude, can I switch? I don't know if I can switch to this. Let's see if we can put just Jackson on the camera. And here, we'll switch back to this, because I do believe in just 2 minutes, we'll be able to pull everything out. Oh, we got some messages too. Shit! Lots of messages going. Shit's flying. Everything's about to pop off, y'all. Hoping we can show this final product. Probably at least get an early picture of it. Alright. Let's see if I can go manage this though. As we pull up our final product, we'll take some photos of this. Where's my oven mitt? Still have a couple minutes in order to get that bacon golden brown, but look at these. Look at these balls. Oh, they're so good. So beautiful. Alright, we'll leave that going. Thank you all for hanging out while we got everything getting started. Let's raid in. Go say hello to the Huckle folk. And I hope you all can stick around for those that are able to see us present some of this information in real time. But I will also be live again here soon. Not exactly sure what we're going to be doing tomorrow. But yeah, I look forward to seeing you all again very, very soon. And appreciate all the love and the support, especially from those who've been extremely supportive of this last week. Thank you very, very much.